We're back for the Multiclass series once again, this time from Road America. Really like this track. Really didn't deliver in qualifying. I left probably somewhere around 6 to 7 tenths on the table. And as a result, I'm starting fairly far back in the GT4 field. Liam Curtin there in 12th place. He'll be the leader for the GT4 category. Tony Santa Clara.
Is it 60 or 90?
60.
Zifo Duran, Sergio Mengual, Guido Palma, James Butler, Javi Perez Torres, then me. So I'm just ahead of Luis Pajotto and Ryan Reed. I'm not sure if there's another person there. Nope, just Reed. So not a large field today, so it should be a decent haul of points. One pit stop as always. And well, we'll do what we can do, is what it comes down to, I guess. And try to make my way through the grid, try to show off some stuff. Definitely it is you can overtake here at Road America, and hopefully we don't see too many prototypes run us off the road, because to be honest, this should be a really easy track to handle blue flags under, but we'll see.
It looks like it's going to be a classic with Richard again.
Oh, the Edmonds Roche rivalry.
Dude, I'm about to get butlered again. He's going to be like, go ahead, pass me. I'm going to pass you on the last lap. I'm like,
don't do it, James. Don't do it.
James will be doing the stunt driving for some gun show, like the Expendable, for example. Car spinning around and he's shooting straight ahead of him, and he kills everyone around him. Do a couple loops.
How on earth do I have more ballast than the guy who got a double win last time out?
Pay Martin.
Yep. Have fun, guys.
I'll try.
Good luck. Have fun.
Alright, here we go.
Get your fuel and all that.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Here's where we discover that we're horribly wrong on how much time is actually in the race. Looking at about 4 liters a lap on this track. It's giving me 4.3 right now. I don't think that's going to be accurate, but we'll find out. Wonder if I should clear my fuel usage gauge. We'll find out. We'll see. Javier beside us there in the blue BMW. Ryan Reed behind us directly. And to our side will be the Lotus.
Watch out for that one prototype that doesn't start like last week.
Cold tires.
Not going to bother with a traction control for the start. We're just going to run my standard TC, because that has historically been enough to get off the line. And we're off to a good start, although on the grass there for a hot second. Kind of chickened out there. Didn't want to be on the grass too long. We know how bad these tires react to grass, so slot back into my qualifying position.
Whew, that was contact between Caleb and Dan.
Hopefully,
scared.
Pajotto, I left him room. Hopefully I can get past him again. You don't want to be taken out right at the start. That's how that generally goes. I have gone with a little bit of fuel this time around on the pit stop, and not just to be safe and prove myself against Race Room's bizarre mandatory pit stop random changes, but also because I was doing some practice, and once you get past about 100 liters with these cars, the weight penalty really becomes a thing. So taking on some fuel at the pit stop is probably advisable on a track like this, especially with how long you spend at full throttle here. Like the extra weight load is going to be a huge thing. So I am taking 15 liters at the pit stop. So up past Pajotto and Perez Torres into 7th place. We'll see what we can do with Butler. I feel like I am faster than Butler. Just based on the practice. I was 5th in practice, and then, like I said, I left a ton of time on the table in qualifying. Like, a lot of time was left on the table. Mauricio Delgado is out. He's a prototype. That does not help or hinder me. I mean, it probably helps slightly. Just one less prototype coming through the field when the lapping starts, but aside from that, it's nothing.
Nice recovery, Dan.
Javi is working against Pajotto. Tony Santa Clara out front. Okay, that's good. Actually, it's really not. He's kind of a guy that's being chased, but, like, there isn't a better option up there. This is where we need Joaquin Juan Urena to come back. He was the guy who was dominating, but he missed Imola last week, I want to say it was. And then he's missing today, so championship has become kind of
Max.
interesting again, but it's not really a fight that I'm in. Bertrand Barrier, that's another prototype gone. Wonder what happened to Bertrand, because, like, Mauricio I'm willing to take is just a drop connection. Lives in Colombia. Not known for the solidest of connections, but Barrier is Canadian, so no, he's not. He's French, but either way, French or Canada, you have decent internet in theory. Shouldn't be dropping out of races like that. And the struggles between the lead group here is letting me catch up to the end of it. I say it's letting me because you can see that Pajotto is coming with, for the most part. Up until right there, where he lost like a second. A little puzzled by that. I'm going to chalk that up to a timing glitch. I was having a timing glitch in practice with James Butler, actually, where he was not appearing in the correct spot. So either I was registering the wrong platform or the wrong gap. I don't know what the deal was. So we'll be keeping an eye out for less than ideal timing information. Not sure I trust that fuel gauge rating of only needing 1.1 liter or 1 liter. We'll see though.
Pajotto here?
I don't think so.
Thank you.
The Spanish speakers tend not to be on our Discord comms. Obviously, because their English is not necessarily great. If they are here, they're probably in the Spanish language channel, which we have set up.
Flat spot.
5 minutes. 5.5 minutes into the race, Martin Edmonds has a flat spot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had 5.5 minutes into the race for Martin Edmonds' flat spot, you have won a prize. please present your ticket and gang your prize. I kid. Martin is so bad with his tire and brake management, though. It increasingly makes me wonder why he picked the Daytona prototypes for the upper class, because he was going to have to race whatever he chose. And you would think he would have chose, after his problems in the DTM series, you would think he would have chose something like flat spot proof. And he did not. I mean, also, full disclosure, I can't even really judge, because, like, I was flat spotting the stuff in the... Ooh, excuse me, I need to take a drink after this, but I was flat spotting just as bad in the DTM series, so he's not alone, for sure. Those of us who are a little heavy-footed. Take a sip. Also, today I am racing with a new cushion for my racing seat. It is just one of those all-purpose like gel honeycomb things. So nothing super, nothing super expensive. Costs about $24, and nothing super complex. But it is doing a good job because, of course, you guys who have been watching the onboards know I complain frequently about how my chair treats my ass, which sounds terrible. And this has indeed fixed a fair bit of it. I tried some other things, like just taking a cushion from another chair and also using a pillow or whatever. And this is the first thing I think that like really works. I still get a little bit of pain in my lower back, which is unavoidable. I have spinal fusion down there, where basically I have 4 vertebrae that function as one vertebrae, one gigantic vertebrae, and as a result, my lower back will always be a little bit stiff, a little bit painful, just on a day-to-day basis. Anyways, enough poor Mike stories. We continue onwards here in the race. The web hub is really struggling to figure out how much gas I need, so what I'll probably just do is I started the race with 100. When we get to 30 minutes, I will know how much I've used, and that's more or less it. It'll be a little bit off, of course, so you always want to put a little bit extra, because early in the race, you're not necessarily like that. Specifically, the first lap tends to throw off the calculations a fair bit. But then again, there's the pit stop as well, which will throw off those calculations a little bit as well. But it looks like I'll be lower. It looks like I won't be putting the 15 in, anyways. Doesn't seem like it. Also lost Guido De Palma from the race. He's not really a rival. Like he should be a rival, but he disconnects a lot, which, I mean, it's kind of the weird thing of racing with the South Americans so much, is a lot of them have really bad internet connections, and it leads to a really bizarre championship. But Curtin and Santa Clara are battling for the lead. Zifo Duran is kind of alone right now, and I am just keeping touch with this Mengual Butler fight. See, there we go. Faster on, like, fullish fuel than I went in all of qualifying. So annoying.
Sorry, Wayne.
I did a, like, 2:19 flat in qualifying, and I pulled out that 18.7, like, early in the race here. Ugh. So frustrating. So very frustrating. Also put up the ESR drivers over on the ESR channel.
Ryan.
A driver swap guide for ACC is up. Take a look at that if you haven't already. Should be a lot of fun on the 23rd of August when we do our driver swap event at Paul Ricard. Just 2 hours, which is the lowest form of enduro race that is actually classified as an enduro race, and it's not one you see a lot of. Usually three is usually the lowest you ever see. Oh, we lost Ryan Reed. I can't let you guy there, guys. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Whoa. On your right, Magus, on your right. Thank you.
Trying to let them by as best I can. Prototype's going all over the place. Good to see a good battle for the lead, though. No, damn bot.
Inside.
I always see you, Sean.
Kobayashi next up. That'll be
Oh shit.
that'll be easy. That's
Yeah.
Dan
We
Bach got
lost
spun.
Dan. Shit.
Mangual got him in the back.
Someone hit the back of me then, so...
Not sure if it was Sergio's fault, but he did get it.
I'm going to be on your inside, Magus.
Oh my god.
I kind of caught off Dan Bach there. I feel bad.
I smell a flat tire.
It's weird because this track should actually be really easy to let the prototypes through. And you're kind of seeing it when they come up piecemeal, one at a time. It's super easy. Like Giordano there. Super easy. But like when 4 of them come up at once, or like even 2, and you're not quite aware of it. Like the 4 is aware of it. Like Bach, the problem was I just didn't see him. That's totally my fault. That is driver error. But well, that has put me ahead of Mengual from his contact. And still within pretty decent spitting distance of James Butler, although I have lost some ground. The gap was about 2.5. It's now 3.5. But maybe the next time through will favor me. And we're a quarter of the way through, and we're approaching a quarter of the way through. Looks like we used up about a quarter of a tank. John Barker goes through. Hutchison is next. We can get that done at Kettle Bottoms. Thank you. We lost Ryan Reed from the race. That's a shame. I've been looking forward to getting some racing done with Ryan Reed. He looks like a decent little racer, but the DNF at Imola and now this, it does beg necessarily questions or anything, but concerns, I guess, would be the way to look at it. How are the tires doing? Looks like I might not need to swap the backs. Bit early to tell, though. Although the tire model in Race Room is kind of linear. What I mean by that is that it degrades in a predictable manner, which isn't super realistic, because in real life you can get like slightly different tires, or where tires have like windows of opportunity where they kind of come back to you. That's something that video games are not great at actually exemplifying. The only concern with the tires is also that this game does not handle mismatched tires very well, so when you don't swap the backs, if the wear difference gets too much, you feel it a bit more than is realistic, in my opinion. Or in my experience, I suppose I should say. Well, opinion and experience. So catching Butler, but not at any rate that gets me excited. We'll put it that way. Personal best in the second sector by a fair bit, by the looks of it. We're up 4/10. Should put me in a low 218. Or, mid. As I lose a little bit of time through the turn 10 Canada corner area. Mangual is catching me a little bit as well. So while I am catching Butler, I am being caught. So not in a great spot. 18.6. Fastest lap of the race. 4/10 off the actual fastest lap I've done. I can't remember what Tony Santa Clara did for the fastest lap of the race. It popped up a while ago, but I don't remember it now. A little bit of a hairy start, but otherwise a good race so far. Can't complain. And it's a little bit late on the brakes, but keeps it on track. But you can see the delta has gone quite to hell. Tire warmth is a commodity here outside the front left. So lost ground to Butler, losing a lot of ground to Mengual, which is not good. Sergio is a rival. Butler is a rival. So I need to hope that this isn't a pattern. This is just an off lap as opposed to me settling into a bad pace. I mean, I know part of it was that screw up at turn, the turn after Moraine Sweep. I think it's just turn 3. But we'll see. Did manage to put a decent third sector on it, though. And catch back up on Butler, but I did still lose about 3/10 that lap to Sergio. Disappointing. I was going to say disappointing to see Javier being a non-factor, but he's actually only six and change behind us. Or behind me, so he's still in the picture. I mean, I'm further behind Zifo Duran than he's behind me, so there you go. Still very much in the play. Checking my rear view for Sergio, who's now within a second. Liam Curtin looking for his first full-length race win out in front. He won the 2 shorter races at Imola. Under slightly weird circumstances. Make Sergio take the long way around if we can. He's leaving me room, I'm leaving him room. And I hang on for now. A little bit wide in the kettle bottoms, but so did he, so not a problem. I hate to talk about like strategy here for a hot second, but if I'm Sergio, I do wonder if I really want to make that move. It's kind of a low percentage move, and he is being towed up to Butler behind me. I mean, I guess you could say he thinks he might have podium pace. I don't think he does, though, but mind you, now obviously he's going to go for it. Like, at this point, I wouldn't be... I'd look for... I'm just saying, I'd look for like a relatively high chance move. And this first turn coming up could be that, but I am later on the brakes than he is.
I got a flat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's a pit window.
go for it here? I don't think you go for an outside move. That just seems a bit weird. The inside. There he is. He's going for it. And we go for the cutback. Technically invalidate the lap. Although, to be honest, I don't think I picked up any pace there. I think that's clean enough defense. Despite the technical off-track excursion. Also, I could probably argue that where he broke, I would have hit him if I hadn't. Alright, leaders are coming through again. Yeah, I'm trying, Caleb. I'm trying. I can see he's got pressure with DeRoche. I can forgive the bump. Still not terribly happy about it, though. It's only so wide one can get at the carousel before you start to lose, like, value, like safety traction.
Oh boy.
Butler's still up ahead. Although
I'll be on your inside, Javi.
The eyeballs are strongly more on Mengual than they are on, hey, Fumihiro's up in third place. That's a nice run for him. See if he can zip by on the straightaway here. Looks like he can. Max Simmons next up. There we go. And maybe Sean?
I'll be on your inside, Mike.
There we go. Sean left us a lot of room there. That's nice. Went a little deep to make it safe. Appreciate it.
I literally just passed everybody in the exact same spot twice in a row.
You got lucky. Dan Bach through. No blue flags for a bit. It'll be.
I think that dude was legit
It'll be
brake
Giordano
testing
yet?
me for 30 minutes. 25 minutes.
That's not cool.
We continue the process of just not making mistakes as best I can. Not really making any defensive moves or anything. We got a new blue flag here. I'll drift it wide for you.
Jeez.
That would have been a little bit of a chance for a run there for Mengual.
That's my race.
35 minutes to go, sir. You got time.
Total.
Sounds like Sean Kinney has run. Hey, what's with the bump? And the bump throws me way off. I am not happy about that. I gotta take myself out of here.
You okay, Mio?
Got bump past.
Uh-oh. Report.
I will. Can't bump people going into Canada corner. That's just rude. We Canadians don't tolerate that.
We say sorry.
Hoser.
The 15
No,
liters
that
is
sucks.
probably going to be too much. Let's see if I can figure out something better here. I am going to double change the tires because obviously with the damage I need something, and getting better pace out of my tires probably is all I can really
Sorry to hear, Sean.
We'll go 15 liters.
Yeah. Happens.
That's too
kind of
much.
annoying.
It's too
but, you know,
much, but
shit happens.
at this point I
Like a flat.
think my race is not
Yeah, well, mine
super
was
in
someone
play
else,
right
so-
now.
Report.
All right, so the plan,
It's cool.
such that it is, will be to just go out there and just try and bust off 2 minute 18 laps and just hopefully overtake, like get close to Sergio again when he makes his pit.
Come on, Martin, where you at?
Oh, I'm saving tires, dude.
Careful not to
I'm in
bump
for
up
the long
over
run.
the speed limit because it will do that.
Oh man, you're 30
periodically.
seconds ahead of me. Fuck.
Outside?
All right,
Alright.
so
Inside.
Caleb's coming through. Richard's coming through.
Sorry, my car got wobbly.
I still have engine and suspension.
This is what I didn't want to
damage.
happen. Why didn't you get here before?
I'm surprised the suspension damage is still there. The engine, of course, is something
like I said,
that
I'm
doesn't
taking
really
my
get
time.
fixed in the pit lane.
I gotta save my tires.
I mean, the problem, of course, is with this is that can I put up really good lap times with the car damaged? And find out. We'll find out. You can see how this car feels very gutless. I mean, I could probably still haul in a 7th place finish. That's a lot of points. And going through Kobayashi. I'm a gimped car anyways. Dan Bach going around the outside. Very courteous. Appreciated. I'd kind of committed to the line there. Once you're committed, it's a little bit hard to... at least for a driver of my skill to weasel your way off the inside line. Keeping an eye on the engine health bar. I don't know. I'll probably have to look back. Like the crash of Canada Corner is probably still ultimately my fault. I let the car get up. I let the bump upset me and probably totally missed my braking point. At 300. I don't think it's meters. I think they use it some imperial denomination here. But Marcelo coming up behind me. Leaving the inside. There you go. See what I can do. See if I can get a decently clean lap here. See what happens. Byron is trying to get me to watch something, which I will do later. Not now, Byron. Late on the brakes. Kind of fine, though. To be honest, my brake point there has probably been moved later. Just because of the engine
Sorry,
damage.
Wayne.
I'm probably
no problem.
losing time
I was
in all the full throttle areas.
contemplating waiting, and then no, I'll just dive in there.
Yeah.
I tried to get out of there, so...
It's not terrible. I'm still getting decent enough pace, but it is it's a problem. Thing is, I'm a little bit annoyed because Sergio is the one who got into the back of Dan Bach earlier under blue flags. And obviously it may have been Dan's fault or whatever. We weren't really close enough to see. But it is concerning that you would get into the back of 2 cars in the space of 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Probably 15. Car is doing a little bit better. I mean, we can see I'm probably actually going to put up a PB or a personal best in the session. Although, to be clear, if you'll recall, the prior personal best was a lap in which I lost a bunch of time in the third sector. So, to a degree, this is just undoing that. And I am overfueled a bit, which is going to probably hurt as well. I should have gone for less fuel. To be honest, I probably would have only gone for like 5 liters less, to be honest. Because we need the 5 to finish, and then I always want that security lap just in case. And with the, being 4 liters or high 3s anyways, you'd be looking at about a 5-liter cushion. So, it's not huge. I'm carrying 5 liters more than I would want to. It's not a problem. Pulling away from Luis. And of course, no, I mean, probably am and should be catching Javier, but that's also the fresh tires talking. He's got a pit stop to get done with. Martin Edmonds going through. See there, I took a little bit of a wider line just to give him a lot of room, but didn't really cost myself. Oh, Butler's in the pits, so this is a big moment. Not one that I think I actually will. I mean, it would have taken a mistake for Butler to be back here with me. Let's be entirely honest. My race is now maybe with Javier, but it's, to be honest, probably just where I am right now. Unless something tips my way. Oh, he's still in the pits by the looks of it. And Marcelo Giordano. All right, looks like he's gone now. So yeah, 20 seconds. I don't know where he was in relation to Javier, so that unfortunately isn't telling me much in my actual battle here, just because I wasn't paying enough attention, frankly. Matt Higgs giving me his Steam ID. This could mean that he is looking to register for the upcoming August 23rd Paul Ricard 2-hour event. It's weird, some people are like really guarded with their Steam IDs. Like, they're publicly displayed and everything. Like, there's not really anything to hide on, if we're being entirely honest. Still catching Butler a little bit. Might not.
I don't know why you're flashing. I didn't move.
We hopeless here.
You got some skin?
Yeah, you never know why someone's flashing.
Usually they don't know either.
That's kind of the problem. So many people use it for too many different things.
I'll talk about it later.
I'm surprised that it considers that an incident, but doesn't invalidate the lap. Road America with some weird ideas of what you call it, track limits. All right. Kind of waiting for a pit stop to come into play. Javi is not coming this time. Sergio's still out there. Tony and Zifo are just not really my concern. Sean Kinney. Yep. I've at least got Peugeot well covered, it looks like. Pulling away from him on a pretty consistent basis. But, I mean, I can't say that I really had a hope for more than 7th place, if I'm being totally realistic. I mean, I did qualify, I think, around 7th, like, what, 7th or 8th place? But that was with me just not getting anything remotely close to a good lap in qualifying. So I'd hoped that I could move forward in the race a lot more. I did it again. Another air quotes off track, but still legal lap moment. And it's not like it's ACC where ACC doesn't really care if you don't gain time with the cut track. It's a little bit more AI in depth. So I am catching Javier at a pretty decent rate, so despite the damage, the car is still capable of a reasonable lap time. And there is about 7 minutes left on the pit stop timer. Also, of course, checking the gap to Sergio, which is currently a minute 17. I think that has...
I'll be on your left, Javier.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say Javi was like 108 or 109 up on me. And that's down to 105.
Oof.
You okay?
Almost. Oh, shit. Flat spot. God damn it. Oh, well. Long angle. God damn. I'm gonna have a flat again before the end of this race.
Just checking the damage on the car.
Whew, I don't know how you do it.
See how the front end looks all beat up.
Major flat spot right now. Just got to brake hard once and it's done.
Had to chalk up just a little bit early for that turn just to avoid getting into Barker's back. It's kind of weird. It's unusual to be the lower class and have such a braking advantage over the upper class. Those who do not know, the GT4s do actually have a great braking advantage over the prototypes, and that can lead to some weird moments out on track. We'll just put it that way. As I am making up ground on Javier and Sergio, but they're going to come out. They're going to have way fresher tires than I do. I don't know. We'll see. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, my tires are like high 80s.
I'm pitting. Take the outside.
Right, so Javi's in the pits. This is the moment of truth. While he's in the pit lane, can I get basically all the way around the track? I guess this is only halfway around the track, if we're being completely honest. It's hard to believe that this is actually over a minute into the lap. I think I might get him. Sergio's in the pits too. So this right here is the moment of truth. I need to summon up everything that I've got into one hell of a comeback lap. That gap is not helping me because that is the gap to James Butler still. Now it's the gap to Javier. Mengual is gone, so I'm not going to get him. Javier is coming out of the pit lane. We got him. Weren't even close to Sergio. So Sergio had a good pit stop because he's opened up a much larger gap back to Javier than he had. Max Simmons going deep again. Can't see me, but I'm shaking my head. For race room, honestly, I'm not. I wouldn't rule out doing a webcam thing, because I fully believe the computer has more than enough capability for that. It's just like it's for ACC that I worry a little bit. Although since I put the frame limit of 70 FPS to the ACC settings, it's been a lot better. Although I'm still getting online kind of lag moments. I'm not sure if it's an internet thing, because my quality of connection does spark into the red sometimes, and it might just be the fact that my internet is kind of shit. Well, here's the real leader, Caleb Gonzalez, Richard DeRoche. I'll hang out wide here. Let them through. Simmons should be in the pits. And that should be Dan Bach zipping past me. Kobayashi's back to 5th, although one of those spots is Simmons. So he's only really lost out to Bach, basically. So he's having a good day. Zifo Duran is now the guy ahead of me. That's intriguing. Never really thought I'd be anywhere near him, but okay. Really only competing against Javier at this point, though. Which is cool. I like competing against Javi. He's a super cool guy, super chill. And when you make Javi angry, you've done something wrong. And we'll just leave it at that. Zifo, you have my permission to bump past Zifo? Or, not Zifo, Sergio? No, you really don't. In all seriousness, vigilante justice is not cool. Outside of, like, a really specific scenario. And usually only on a pub server, because that specific scenario can be handled by just kicking someone off the server. Let's be completely real. There's, Kobayashi comes through? I thought I let him through already. Must not have. Martin's next up. Thank you, Martin.
That worked.
It's kind of hard to open up the wheel there to let someone through.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy anyway.
Starting to feel a little bit of lack of grip. Which, I mean, shouldn't be. The tires are in excellent shape still, but suspension damage, so on. Having to go on to less grippy parts of the track to let people through. It's all a bit of a problem. My hope is... I mean, realistically, the hope is that Mangual, Duran, and Butler get all mixed up there. And it opens up the door a little bit for a late run of something. Could have a word with Max Simmons about the headlight flashing.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the drift passing people under blue flags. That's a little scary. Well, I mean, periodically I'm pulling in the guys battling for third as they fight or run into traffic, but you can see the gap is still up. Gap still hasn't been under 20 seconds really in a while. So, I don't know. The car, considering that I suppose we have a fair amount of damage to my engine, the car is doing reasonably well. Just put up another session best there at an 18.442. Leave the inside open for Kenny. See, Sean doesn't flash his headlights at me, and things go perfectly fine. This is, I guess, the thing when it comes to, like, the flashlights. The flashing of the headlights. Like, a serious point here. I've always wondered this. I get it that some people don't behave properly under blue flags. I fully understand that there are drivers on this planet, in this community, in this game, in just any server you're on, that do not handle blue flags properly. That get in the way, that mess around, that make the whole process way harder than it has to be. And that might race you. I understand that. Here's the problem. The people who are so unaware to not realize that they're fighting with a prototype in a GT4 car, and are so unaware as to not be able to look at their HUD, and are so unaware as to, or so unknowledgeable as to how to handle a blue flag, will not actually react in any predictable manner to the flashing headlights, because, one, the lack of awareness we're talking about here is a lack of awareness that doesn't see the headlights, or there's some kind of technical issue like a bad internet connection or really low graphic settings or whatever. ACC is particularly bad at this. You get someone who hasn't set their mirror distance, and it's at that default like 15 meters that I don't even know. I don't know, like at that point, like, why not be 0? Like the next to no like mirror distance guys who don't see anything. Okay, it's Wayne. He's being considered.
Wayne.
Inside, Wayne. I was like half worried that was somebody else like Marcelo Giordano who drives that same car. He totally
could have got you easier back at turn 1, but I locked up the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit of bad timing.
It was. I was kind of waiting on you.
Yeah.
John's down to the right. Take the inside.
Okay.
Let John through after this corner here.
Thanks, Mark.
Just give it a slight tap of the brake there. It's a little bit of an ugly spot to get caught, but do what we can. See, that one apparently was a track cut that invalidated the lap, which is a bit weird. Well, I mean, I guess it's not weird because you could totally like put way too much gas there and end up doing it. This is where kind of like the ACC thing I think would come in, where it's like you clearly just made a braking mistake and didn't gain any time. Case in point, I'm now 21 seconds behind after being at 1.17 back of Zifo. By the way, Mengual's gotten past Butler up onto the podium. Still not happy with. I'm still not happy with him. This probably is setting me up for a place where I look at the replay and I look at the recording, and it's really just way too late on the brakes or whatever after getting bumped. But I don't know. I'm not happy with it. We'll see. We'll see. So in the meantime, this has allowed Javier to get close to me, although I did put up a good third sector there. Dan Bach appears to be problematic with fuel. That's a prototype, though. Doesn't help me out any. I'm good on fuel, of course. Although, to be honest, we've got that. We've gone from 10 liters down to 6.6. Might mean that we've actually gotten the pace to go for an extra lap, maybe. Making me look a little bit less foolish for going with 15 liters in the pit stop. Of course, refueling it all at the pit stop may end up being a mistake, but it just feels like 100 liters with this car is... why does he leave like that when he's out of fuel? Just go in the pits and do a touch-up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, there's, what, 9 of you prototypes today? Like, that's 9th place he just pissed away. Traffic coming through again. Richard's in the lead. Interesting. Canada corner. I'll leave the inside open for Caleb, because Caleb is admittedly one of those guys I don't trust to wait a corner, especially with him sniffing the lead like that. And, I mean, I can't 100% blame him. But, definitely a good idea to let him through there, although now I've got Javier to contend with. For the first time, really since the first lap. We've kind of been like, you know, we've been the cat and mouse game or whatever, but this is the first time this has become a legit combat scenario. So let's see what we can do. His car looks healthy anyways. We'll see what he's got for me. Wasn't too far off me in practice. Beat me in qualifying when I just did not deliver. But I do think with a healthy car, this wouldn't be a problem. But this is, of course, not a healthy car. The only thing that really is saving me is that because the engine... I can brake so much later than you there, Javi, because of the engine damage. I don't think he can...
I didn't want to do anything stupid, too.
I don't think that's the corner your move will come. I don't think...
Flash the lights!
Oh, flash the lights just makes me defend harder.
Just do what I do, just don't even have a key map for it.
I don't have a key map for it.
Never used it.
Well, I do, but it's over on the keyboard. Like, it's a pain in the ass to reach. If I really, really have to use it, it's there, but that's about it. Alright, so we got probably 2 more laps to go. Yeah, 2 more. Yeah. I'm looking at the gap to race leader Tony, and well, that's the thing is, of course, Tony's not actually the race leader. It's is actually... Or is Bach still running? I thought he left. I'll let Senor Edmonds say Martin's up to third. And Max
No, block him.
Oh, I'm gonna let him pass. I'm gonna have a flat here.
And knowing Max, of course, who went super late, probably has the best tires of any of the prototypes right now. Stunning that Martin's come back to that second or that third place, though. To be honest, I don't think he'd be a podium contender after. Didn't really look like it looked like he had the pace for it, but with all the tire problems he's had. But I guess like Bach being out of the race, or maybe out of, I don't know. I still actually don't know if Dan Bach is out of the race. It's weird because he's showing in my timing is like, you know, a gap that suggests he's still running, which is weird. But I'm pretty sure I saw him leave. So yeah. And then Kobayashi has dropped somewhere. He's had a moment. He looked like he was maybe in for a podium. And is now back behind Sean Kenny and Giordano. So something happened to him. I know he typed something earlier, but it was just CC. I'm not sure what he means by that. And then we got a C there as well. So looks like his race has gone to a dark place.
I'll be on your inside, guys. Magus and Torres.
No.
Turn in when the red car passes, and let's get moving. Taking a slightly defensive line into some of these corners, just to discourage Javi. Just because we know I got the done engine, and if he can get an overlap here, he might be able to do it. Like his thing is he's not going to be able to do it if he's not already kind of creeping ahead by the braking zone. Because I could just go so much later on the brakes. Ironically, going later on the brakes is what's giving him the run, because my engine doesn't have full power. So, there is that. Alright, so this is the final lap. Nothing to look ahead for, it's all looking behind me. So, driving in the mirror, basically. But focusing on the track ahead to try to hold off Javier Perez Torres and take home 6th place. Normally would feel really good, but I don't know. I feel like with Butler and Mengwal 3rd and 4th, feels a little hard done by. Of course, this Canada corner
needed one more lap.
Put me behind might show up and might be a problem.
We would have had Giordano.
Yeah, that sucks.
A little bit wide there.
Yeah, the flat spots are freaking unbelievable on this.
Yeah, I don't get how you
He's
get
got
that.
a bit of a run.
Lock up like there's no tomorrow.
People are not supposed to be chatting!
Enough to not flat them.
It's just one heartbreaking, and the whole thing is off balance for me.
Yeah, but how long are you locked up for?
Well,
not very long. I've been trying to do.
I have a incident to review, but otherwise, I felt like I
the trail breaking as much as possible.
We'll see.
But it happened a few times.
We'll wait for everyone to finish up here to get the final results.
I'm lucky I didn't flat the tire out the second stint there.
So Richard DeRoche, your Class A winner. Tony
What starts
Santa Clara,
happening
Class
once
B.
you know that you're gonna have a flat is when you're under braking, the car starts weaving left and right. Like the grip is not the same at all, so you know you're gonna get a flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I slowed the hell down and I let Max go, and I didn't really care. He was gonna get me anyway, but